There are times that I'm convinced that my life is a number of small tragedies that come together to form what is my life. Today, I went out and I got myself this new set of Dewalt drill bits. I looked and I looked and I looked. I was at Lowe's and I went through all of the different ones and I made sure I came up with the one listed as titanium. And titanium is supposed to drill through steel, siding, wood, and PVC. Today, I decided I would drill through a piece of steel. And after one hole, this is what my titanium drill bit looked like. This thing looks like it's been chewed up and spit out. It looks like it's made of soft metal. Absolutely do not understand what was going on. And to top it off, I was using a drill press. Like this is completely stable. It's not going anywhere. It wasn't wobbling. I didn't have any of the problems that usually you would encounter drilling something out. I sprayed a little bit of oil on there to lubricate what was actually happening. And I came to realize that Dewalt drill bits are hot garbage. So, speaking of hot garbage, I ran down to my local Walmart and I said, well, if hot garbage is what I'm working with, I might as well get the best that hot garbage exists. And so I came up with this Hart 21-piece titanium drill bit set. Now you'll notice up here, they claim also to drill wood, metal, and PVC. The real question is, will they live up to the 4 minutes that the Dewalt set lasted? Now, you'll notice there's Dewalt, there's Dewalt, there's Dewalt, there's Dewalt, there's Dewalt, there's Dewalt, there's Dewalt. If we look underneath here, there's Dewalt. Oh my gosh. Up until today, I was a loyal customer, but now, after using this drill bit, I'm beginning to question whether or not I should completely rethink everything that I have known about the quality of the products that I have been using from Dewalt. So I'm gonna put this on the time lapse. We're gonna drill the rest of this out because I am absolutely convinced that using the Walmart drill bit set, we will drill straight through this piece of steel. And the other thing that I should mention, I have a whole nother one of these that I need to drill through, but we'll put you on the time lapse, let you take a look at this stuff, and hopefully Dewalt will get back to me as to why their drill bits suck. See how this goes. Okay, as you can see, the culprit was not the Dewalt drill bits, it was the settings that I had inside of my stand-up drill here. Now, okay, if we take a look, which means I'm gonna have to pull the legs in on the camera stand here, you can see clearly over here recommended speed for size and material. And if we go over here to iron and steel and we go down to 1/2 inch, take a look at speed range set at 500 millimeters. Now, what I had originally done is I'd looked at iron and steel and just been like, 3100. So I had her set at 3100. Now, as soon as I move things over to the correct setting, which means that I moved this down to the lowest on each side, and got that running, you can see how slowly that actually turns things down here. I took this Dewalt drill bit, which just smaller in half, and I drilled those 4 holes with no effort, no problems. And as you can see, no harm to the actual drill bit. So my apologies to Dewalt. You guys are making a decent product. The 1/2-inch drill bit that I did try to use that came from Walmart did very, very little. Now again, I was running it at a super high speed, so I'm gonna put it back in there, and I'm not quite ready to tell Hart that they're the ones that are actually manufacturing some hot garbage. We're gonna put back into this 1/2-inch drill bit into things over here and see if I can't hollow those out now at a lower speed. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. Things are not always what they seem. Well, we burned through just about all of the bits that I had, and on the recommendation of my friend Kyle Kilty, I went out and got one of these step bits. He said, and I quote, "I love the step bits that I have." So I went through them. This one goes from an 1/8 all the way up to a 1/2. You can see the, whoa! Let's try that. Let's try that again. You can see all the different sizes here diagrammed. And it's got one single flute. On the front, it's rated for cutting into I-beams. This is no thicker than the metal on an I-beam, so I suppose let's stick this into the chuck and let's start cutting some metal. Boy, after a quick cut, I would say I would definitely rate that after cutting that nice hole as a bit that I would definitely start with here. That's a 3/8 bit. I'm not complaining about that. That looks really nice, but that step bit just cleaned that up. Super, super nice. I'm gonna work through the rest of these real quick. Well, don't I feel silly? Man, that step bit ripped through this. I mean, like it was like a hot knife through butter. So, what is the moral of the story? $24.99 spent here on this Dewalt set. Sure, very, very nice. It'll cut through metal. It'll do some other things. I'm gonna be able to drill every hole that I want to in a piece of wood for this. That is okay. And honestly, when I slowed down the RPMs, this did do the work, albeit super, super slowly. I will say again with Hart here, again, it's just another great set of drill bits that I'm gonna be able to drill through everything that it exists outside of hardened steel. I'd even put in here this 3/8 bit. It didn't destroy it. I'm sure this will cut through wood just fine. So I've got two very decent drill sets. I would say this is not titanium. It does not drill 4 times faster. There are certain reasons that we buy things like Irwin, like that step bit, that do so much more work. And I'll even throw this 1/2-inch bit back into my Dewalt set here to utilize, you know, when I'm drilling some wood or something later on. So not a total waste of money, but probably lessons learned. If I want anything and I were gonna recommend it here, it would be one of these uni bits. My friend Kyle Kilty, who lives in Wyoming, brother of my best friend Brennan Kilty from back in the day, recommended these, and he does a lot of work and would say that he would be a person that would know about this. But definitely this thing like blew me away. So now, what am I actually doing here? You know, I don't even want to pull these out. I'm a little bit embarrassed that I thought fabricating this and then taking it and joining it to this thicker piece of stainless steel would be enough. Probably would have been had I put a bolt through here, and then my only flex point was only going to be there, which that's not flexing a whole lot. Now, I went and got some 1/8 bar stock, and I'm just going to take that. I'm going to join that up there. You can see all those holes precision milled out there. That looks absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I am going to take that. That's going to hook up to my big league lawns. Look at that. Here you go. I was looking for this the other day. Big League Lawns lawn roller, lawn striping kit. For a long time, I thought it was how I was growing grass. It was how I was mowing grass. So I went and got all of the hardware for this. I'm going to strap this back onto my lawnmower. I went and got these pins for the quick release. They're going to be fantastic up here on this end. And they're just big enough it's still going to rattle around a little bit, but that is going to allow me to just pull that off when I don't want that behind the lawnmower. I am going to go and sand down some of these burrs off of here. I actually have some files that I'll probably use to sand that burr off of there, but otherwise, like this is not going to bend as I go around here. There's not going to be any flex in it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just kind of a backdoor way to get back in here and to talk about what's actually happening here. We got 2 of these. Boy, look at those. Those holes line up perfectly, and the milling on those is really, really nice. So we're gonna put this back on the time lapse, reassemble everything here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Enjoy the mowing that's to come. Well, that definitely is not going to work. So come on, focus. So this is not going to work. I did get the other one in on the other side. That may be the first hole that I drilled without that step bit. I'm going to pull that step bit off of the drill press, throw it in a screw gun over here and see if I can't hollow that out a little bit. But I need a threading kit because that is not going to go on the back side of that, to secure that. Otherwise, things are going according to plan, other than this setback, right? This is the only one today. Oh yeah, after running that through this thing, I definitely had not hollowed that out to the 1/2-inch specifications that I wanted. That might have been 3/8 for all I know, but I'm gonna run. Boy, I wish I could rethread that right now, but I'm gonna stick that bolt through and see if that doesn't work. I will say this, after using this guy for very, very little amount of time, love this step-up bit. That is, dang, how did I live without this prior to this? This thing's fantastic. There you go. That is the final. Yes, I know that pin needs to be a little bit larger, but I definitely got things bolted in over here like I wanted them to. This thing is ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna get her outside. Strike tomorrow. I'm super excited. Much more clearance underneath here, which means I'm getting a taller, fuller stand of grass I know it's just one more thing, but that's what I've been working on. Got that all fabricated, just bought myself $30 worth of bits that I don't need, but I did learn an important lesson about the bits that I do need. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Have a great one.